The first explosion shook the ground so violently that trays crashed onto the concrete floor, boiling soup splashed across the kitchen, and every light flickered into darkness for a terrifying second. Smoke rolled through the doorway while the emergency alarms screamed across the military compound. Everyone ran for cover, believing the battle was happening somewhere far beyond the wire. But within minutes, the terrible truth reached the mess hall. The Navy SEAL unit that had left before sunrise had walked into a carefully planned ambush. Their radio signals had gone silent. Their helicopters had been forced away by enemy fire. Every member of the team was now believed to be captured deep inside hostile territory. Standing in the middle of the kitchen, wearing a simple olive green apron with flour still dusted across her sleeves, 29-year-old Emily Carter realized that the men she had spent every day feeding, encouraging, and quietly caring about were now prisoners with almost no hope of rescue. Before this incredible story begins, if you believe that kindness creates heroes, that courage can come from the most unexpected people, and that everyone deserves a second chance, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who loves emotional stories, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps these stories reach more hearts around the world. Emily Carter had never worn the famous SEAL trident. She had never jumped from aircraft, never fast-roped from helicopters, and never received medals for combat. Most people on the base knew her simply as the quiet woman who woke before dawn every single morning to prepare breakfast for exhausted warriors. She remembered every favorite meal, every birthday, every small victory worth celebrating, and every face that walked through the cafeteria doors carrying the invisible weight of war. To the outside world, she was only the cook. But to the operators who depended on her meals before dangerous missions, she was the closest thing many of them had to family. Emily had grown up in a tiny farming town where hard work was expected and complaining solved nothing. Her father had been a firefighter who died saving children from a burning apartment building when Emily was only 14 years old. Her mother worked 2 jobs to keep food on the table while teaching Emily that serving others was never a weakness. Those lessons stayed with her long after she joined the military as a food service specialist. She never imagined her life would place her alongside one of the world's most elite fighting units. Yet over the years, the SEAL team became part of her daily life. She watched young recruits become experienced warriors. She saw nervous smiles before missions and silent prayers afterward. She also noticed the empty chairs that sometimes remained empty forever. Among them was Commander Nathan Brooks, a 38-year-old officer respected for his calm leadership and unwavering loyalty. Nathan always thanked Emily personally after every meal, reminding younger operators that respect should never depend on rank. Beside him served Marcus Reed, 33, whose endless jokes kept everyone's spirits alive, and Daniel Hayes, 31, who secretly carried photographs of his newborn daughter in his vest pocket during every mission. There was also Samuel Ortiz, 27, the youngest sniper on the team, who often admitted Emily's homemade bread reminded him of his grandmother's kitchen. That morning had felt different. Emily noticed the unusual silence before the team departed. Nobody joked. Nobody complained about the weather. Each man hugged his brothers a little longer than usual before boarding the helicopters. Something in the air felt heavy, almost like the world itself was holding its breath. Hours later came the explosions, the missing radio transmissions, and the devastating confirmation that the entire unit had vanished behind enemy lines. Military intelligence immediately organized rescue planning, but satellite images showed the enemy had moved the prisoners into a heavily fortified mountain compound surrounded